Cole Swindell.
What you been up to, man?
Not much.
What'd you just pull out of your mouth?
Just a mint here.
Was it really a mint?
I thought I was going to be sitting closer to y'all. I didn't know. No,
What do you mean, is it really a mint? It's a mint.
It really is.
Why
Like
don't
a
we take
lifesaver.
Would you chew that? Put
Yeah.
it in your mouth. Yeah, let's just take a second.
Okay.
Enjoy this.
And now, ASMR, Cole Swindell eating mint.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to take longer than I thought.
Don't choke. Can you imagine if he choked?
Oh, God.
And now I have to hop
Right here
in
on
and
the
do
Bobby
mouth to
Bones
mouth.
What is that, a lifesaver?
Yeah.
But like a mint one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something you good. Take your time.
Okay.
That's Cole Swindell.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you got good now?
Yeah.
Cleaned up. How you been?
Good, man. Just good to be back in town here.
You about to do what I'm about to do and have our first Father's Day ever.
Man,
Crazy, huh?
it is. It is. Doesn't feel normal. It's just, I don't know. It's exciting to think about, but just new territory. So.
Did your wife ask you, hey, what do you want to do for Father's Day?
Yeah.
And what, because my wife asked me that too. What did you say?
I hadn't even thought about it. I mean, I really, it's hard to believe that's the way we're celebrating it this year, you know? So I have 3 shows, obviously, this
Oh,
weekend.
you're playing
and so,
all weekend.
Yeah, all weekend. And so we'll be, but we are in Charleston tomorrow night. So it'll be cool that, you know, get to wake up close to home on Sunday. We've been living in North Carolina, so we'll just go back there and
You've been gone?
love to play golf. Yeah, man.
been
I've been
living here?
Yeah, I've been.
I've been wondering why I've been seeing him walk by the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually he's whitey tighties walking by every morning.
Yeah, I've been. We've been in North Carolina the past probably 11 months, just kind of popping back in when I'm writing and doing stuff like that. But it's been a change, but it's kind of nice, you know. I never dreamed of not living, you know, in Nashville. So I hadn't completely moved. It's just we're spending a lot more time. Her family's there, and it's just it's been nice to have them around, especially when I'm on the road.
How has that been for your mental health?
Oh man, you know.
Like not being here.
You know, I miss it. I miss the being in the middle of things and just, you know, living so close to Music Row and being able to get to work easy. But also, I don't know, I feel like I've done that for so long that this is a time in my life that I've dreamed about. And to have it happen this late, you know, not late in life, but just at
Dude,
this
you're
point
going to
in
be
my
alive
career.
for a long time. I just want you to know you're going to live a long, healthy
I
life.
hope so, because I've never wanted to any more than now, man. It is, it's life-changing. So I think getting to do that, be here to work and then go back, it's just a normal little North Carolina town outside of Charlotte that, I don't know, just feels like home. And I think obviously her family being there and them being my family now is it's been nice.
It's funny, and you just alluded to you never wanted to live longer than now. I'm assuming because of your daughter.
Yeah.
I think now about that as far as like, man, everything that I would do prior, if I said something stupid, if I embarrassed myself, who cares? But now that stuff lives, and I don't want her to be 15 or 27 and go, oh, that's humiliating.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy the things you think about. And especially I feel like when you just have a creative brain anyway, it's just you already think about things differently. But then when you're about to be a dad and this comes along, it really, you know, that's I've had several of those moments where I'm like, man, my whole career, I feel like I've been chasing this dream and trying to make a name for myself. And all of a sudden, I don't know, you look at her and I don't think about anything else. It's like, I want to be her dad and I want to be a good one. And that is, you know, not that I've always tried to keep a good perspective on things, but man, there's just nothing like this kind of responsibility and these kind of things. You think about the future and how fast time goes, and that's all you hear, you know. And next thing you know, 11 months.
Next
goes
thing
by.
you
That's
know,
exactly
11 months. Yeah.
That's exactly how it is. And it's funny, you know, songs like that. I've always loved that song. One of the best songs written in years. You know, I love it. And but you know, really wasn't living that, and now it really is. It's crazy to. I feel like I've had songs that people didn't relate to and then did later, and now I'm about to be 43 years old and I'm still, you know, finding songs I heard years ago that now I'm relating to. It's crazy how life happens. So
I was talking to the show about a small inconvenience that I have with our baby that's so small, but whenever she's going to sleep, so we do bath time first.
Oh yeah.
Just to set the stage, because everything in a pattern.
Absolutely.
Yes. So we do bath, and then we'll put lotion on her before we put her pajamas on.
Yep.
Putting pajamas on when a baby is lotioned, it's miserable. You gotta like put it over like skin that's lotion.
I know.
I hate that part of the
No,
night.
it's like putting your socks on and your feet are still kind of it just
Yeah,
doesn't
wet-
quite go
yes.
on. Yeah, that's funny. We have all these things in common right now because the bath time is. I don't know. I look forward. That's
I like
the
the
time
bath
of the
time.
night. It's like
Yep.
man, that's they want their mom all day, and that's our kind of time. So it's been cool to be there for that a lot, and but now we're starting to get back busy. So I'm kind of wondering how this is going to go. Thank God for FaceTime and stuff like that, but it's crazy. All the things people tell you are just I don't know. It seems like they're coming true, and they were right about all of it. So
How old's your baby now?
just over 10 months. So coming up in July 7th will be 11 months. So almost a year, dude.
If anybody asks about her, do you feel like you need to show them a picture?
You know,
Because I do. If someone's like, "Hey, how's the baby?" Glad you asked.
Yeah,
Here's a picture.
I'm trying to find. I take so many of her just randomly. I'm just trying to find a good one to show of her. But normally, I'm just so excited to talk about her. I might forget about the picture, but they ask sometimes. So it's. I definitely see. You know, that's always been a thing. People are like their parents are so proud of their kids, and I'm like, well, they should be. And then you get in that spot, and you certainly are. I mean, it's just. You know, I feel like we've got to do some cool things because of what we do for work and all, but there's nothing, it's just the gravity of that. There's nothing more important. There's nothing cooler than this. And to finally get to this point in life when, who knows, man, I didn't know if this would ever happen. I think in the back of your mind, you're dreaming that this happens and you hope it happens. And it takes sometimes going through loss and waking up saying, I've got to start a family if I want to have one. You know, it's not just, I'll never forget sitting in the old office, and I was sitting on that side of the room when me and you talked about that, and I remember saying that, I think you told me, you're like, it's not just going to happen, you know, you got to do something about it, and I feel like that was really when I was, you know, starting to look at myself, look in the mirror, and try to figure out, you know, I needed to grow up, and
I think I was projecting as well because we were going through the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that was just a you thing. I think that was me going, hey, we gotta,
I mean, that's, and here we are, man, and it's just cool to have, you know, friends in the business that have kids different ages and then have some that have the same age and just people you can lean on and ask advice from. You know, I know we got a lot of parents in here, so it's just cool to, I don't know, get to have this kind of responsibility, this kind of, hey, I've got a whole new reason to stay around. You know, I hope I get to do this where Rainey can remember the shows she gets to see and get to do this, but ultimately know that, you know, I don't want her, you know, worried about what I did for a living or any of that. I just want to be her dad and just I help her chase her dreams. And it's, I don't know, sounds sappy, but I'm in a different, it's, you know how it is. It's just it's an amazing feeling.
One of the weird things for me, there are a lot of these raw feelings that kind of come out that I never expected to have to address.
Yeah.
But that my daughter will never get to meet my mom because my mom died and your dad died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, right? Like whenever that's going to be a weird thing.
And that's just those types of moments that aren't really comfortable to talk about. Nobody wants to, but there's somebody out there that needs to know that there's, you know, somebody.
Other people going through it too.
Going through it. And I think that's all that's ever helped me was using what I've been through to, whether that's with songs or just talking to people and just being there for them. Because I think, you know, especially if you're in the spotlight, people might not think you go through these things. They think life's just great and we've got it all made, and it's the pressure, the stuff you miss out on. I mean, I've missed out on so many family moments chasing a dream, and now, you know, I don't know that I wouldn't be where I am without it, but then you just look and start thinking, you know, what's really important, and time is just, it's not slowing down. So I think, you know, it's bittersweet getting older, but also you appreciate things, and I think that just makes you a better person in general. And you know, I've just been doing, you know, a lot of just trying to be a better man, and obviously being a husband first, and then a father. It's just, it makes you, you know, grow up. But I said the other day, you know, I feel like I'm growing up with my daughter, so it's pretty crazy. Got to be a song in there somewhere.
With you living in North Carolina, you a big NASCAR guy?
I am, yeah, big. Always been a big fan, but I probably more so just, you know, being in and out of North Carolina the past few years and being around the sport, having some buddies that are drivers. It's, I don't know, I love it. That and the trading cards I've somehow gotten into. It's just
Same.
different. Are you?
I've been for
boy.
years.
What?
Yeah, dude, I did a whole inventory.
I need to. We got to
just
talk
to
about
show
this
you,
at
like,
some
that I'm
point,
not lying about it. Like, I
No,
did a
I
whole
believe
inventory
you.
even last week of like I keep these in a safe here, all my safe cards. So I went through and like reorganized. And ChatGPT is great about going.
Yeah, I've had
the last couple months. Dude,
I did not know. Is this Larry Bird basketballs up here? Or what?
Yeah, there's a couple of them
just hanging around.
It's cards. It's very much cards and memorabilia.
Memorabilia. I'm getting into that too, dude.
Yeah.
I just got a crazy bat from Mike Trout after.
I saw that.
That was cool.
Dude, just stuff like that. It's like, am I 12 or just acting like? It's the coolest.
You can't gloss
thing in the
over
world.
that story. You didn't just get a bat from Mike Trout.
It's not just a bat.
So,
no,
would you tell that story?
Yeah, we were.
Tell us who Mike Trout is.
Great,
Yeah, he's
great. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great baseball player for the Angels, and I met Mike right when my career was getting started. He had been in the league only probably a couple years, and he was already a big deal then, and kind of lost touch over the years. He started a family, and here I am doing this. I get a text the night before we're playing the Tampa post-game show, and they're playing the Angels, and he texted. I guess he saw on the screen that we were playing, and I'm like, yeah, man, love to see you. We ended up talking about cards and all that kind of stuff, and the next day I told him, we'd find him at some point, and he said if he he knew I was into cards and the memorabilia and stuff. He said if I hit a home run, I'll sign the bat and give it to you, and I was like, I could not believe that, of course, and sure enough, we're in the suite watching the game. He gets up first 2 at bats, gets on base, nothing crazy, and I'm walking out to go get ready to do the show, and somebody's like, hey, Trout just hit a home run, and I look, and that's the video. I'm filming the screen, and he's rounding third, and I text him right then. I said, give me that damn bat.
Yeah, and he had it in the video. He had his house. It's awesome.
It's unbelievable, and it's just like stuff like that. And being a fan, I've always said that I've been a big fan of music and sports my whole life. So I think now getting into the memorabilia and the cards and just the autographs, how important that is, it just makes me, I don't know, want to make just things more special for fans of mine that actually love my music. I feel like as a fan, I got a better grasp of how to make something a little more special for people that collect stuff. So
I've got 3 layers of my cards.
You got all kinds of sports. I mean, you do.
Yeah.
That's what I've started in baseball, and then now NASCAR is the cheapest product for now, but it's growing. And but man, some of that football, baseball, basketball, it's insane, the prices. So
Level 1, the cards that I just like and have a little value are in my house.
Yeah.
Level 2, they're in my safe outside.
you've got different
property.
locations.
I've got a safe at the bank. I got
boy.
where I've got like 7 cards at the bank. So if my house gets robbed or burned down, I can go to the bank and get the real ones.
I got a
there.
few more there.
I got
yeah.
3 layers of where
buried
I'm
in the
keeping them.
backyard. It's it's just a cool thing to get back into, and I've only been back in it about a year, but yeah, that makes me feel like I'm pretty new to it. If you've got all that stuff, man, it really is.
Expensive.
But God, so cool.
I saw you hanging out with Dale Jr.
Yeah,
What's he
Yeah.
like?
just the most down to earth, humble dude you could ever meet. I think obviously that's a big last name to carry, and the way he does it is just I don't know, man. He's since the first time I met him, when he reached out about you should be here, and to go on and become friends with him, and we went out to one of his cars tour he's involved with, the racing series. Went to one of those small tracks and got to experience a race with him recently, me and my buddy Josh, and it was just, I don't know, it's just crazy to grow up watching somebody's dad and then become a fan of them and, watch their career, but, then become friends with somebody that's just a good dude, man. He's a good example. I feel like I've always just wanted to be around good people, and somebody that is that big of a deal to so many people and handles it that well is just, I don't know, man. I think people like that make me glad. And I said that about Mike Trout, that kids look up to these people, man. And, when you go out of your way to be a good person and be a good example, I just think, what a role model. So love Dale Jr. And like him, I never got to meet his dad. He never got to meet mine, but I would like to think that we're both, have similarities about it that people get to see through us. But my dad was just Keith Swindell. His dad was Dale Earnhart. So, that song Dale Jr. it's one of the most special songs on the last album. And, to hear his kind words about that is he's just genuine, man. He's unbelievable. You love him.
Whenever you play a concert, do you ever play any of the songs that you wrote but didn't record?
Yeah, for other people, we do a little section of like kind of before Chillin' It ever happened. I wrote a few like for Luke and TR, FGL, so we do like a little medley of
Name drop those songs.
Roller Coaster.
For Luke.
Get me some of that for TR. That was my first number one that I wrote with TR's dad, Rhett, that I was a big fan of. That's one of my favorite stories about being in Nashville, just how things work. And then This Is How We Roll, which I think something happened with that. Didn't that go to like number 2, I think, because Luke had some massive song out, and I don't know if the labels got into it, and they just, I don't know, his song kept This Is How We Roll from going.
That never hit one?
I think so. I don't.
Weird.
Doesn't really. It was the biggest, I guess, probably one that I was involved in like that. But
what was the story about the one you wrote with TR's?
Oh yeah, just the fact that you grow up listening to country radio and being a Red Aiken. I remember calling in requesting his songs, and the first time we ever wrote together, me, Michael Carter, and Rhett. Me and Michael Carter just had a little melody, something started. Rhett comes in, and I'm nervous as all get out. Just it's
because that ain't my truck.
Yeah, that ain't my truck. That's truck. I mean, yeah. And being from Georgia, I mean, I'm a legit big fan, and just the first song you write, I didn't have a record deal, and I'm sure Rhett. I remember being down. We were in Panama City for Luke. He's doing like the spring break thing, and I think we found out that Rhett said, TR, I think he's gonna cut this song, and Luke had done Roller Coaster. But I think this is give me some of that. Yeah, that was the one. That was my first number 1 as a songwriter, and just how full circle that was for me to write the first song with Red Aikens. His son records it, takes it to the top of the charts, and it's just, I don't know, one of my favorite only in Nashville moments. So
you ever have any of those other stories when you first moved to town where you're put in a room with somebody and you're going, holy crap?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time, Casey Beathard, just, it's crazy just how nervous, they're just real people. But I just think for me, obviously being a huge music fan, country music fan, you love the artist. But when I got into songwriting in college and, realized that that's what I wanted to do, I wanted to make people feel something with my lyrics. I was singing cover songs, and I was like, man, this is amazing. And then I finally realized it'd be even cooler if these were my songs, and that's really when I got into songwriting. So by the time I moved here, I was starstruck by the writers. That's who I wanted to. I mean, there was the peach pickers that had moved from Georgia. It was just a lot of people that inspired me that maybe I had a chance. I think I was too dumb to know how hard it is, and thank God it was then, because now it's even harder, man. There's a million songs out, a million art. It's just it's the Wild West out there. So I don't know. I think everything happens for a reason. I'm glad I moved here when I did.
And now you moved away.
Now I'm gone. For the longest time, people would say, where if you could live anywhere, where would you live? And I'd say Nashville. I know that sounds crazy, but that's just, I love it. I love music, and I think the ups and downs, it kind of, you pull it when it becomes your career. It just, I don't know, it takes some of the fan out of it, but then there's moments and songs and interactions with fans, and I've had time off. I get back on stage one week, and it's like, this is why I do this, man. It's just, it's the energy that the fans bring too. So
tell me about Girl Dad.
Yeah, obviously that title, I've heard that term Girl Dad for years and years, and knew it probably was special to just be a parent in general, but to have a girl, I'm sure that was amazing, and that's what my wife wanted so bad. I was good with whatever, and I just remember a few months after she was born, just thinking about that title and the Girl Dad. I'm like, if people just saw that, they're gonna think this is some cheesy, what you would think Girl Dad would be about. But obviously being a songwriter, just we're trying to find different ways to say something. And for me, all the things that have happened in my life the past few years, I feel like have been the most important and the most meaningful, and those are the real, we talked about You Should Be Here. That's, a song that has been very special to a lot of people over the years, and to have a song 10 years after that album that kind of just updates my life and updating that. And this song, obviously, it's specific to me, but it's not. I mean, it's really just about the emotion, like you said earlier, of these life moments that you wish that special person, whoever you're missing, could see, because they'd be proud. And that's one of my favorite lyrics in the song is about, them looking down. They're watching over you, but you can't see them see these things. And I just think it's such a real emotion that, probably hadn't talked about a whole lot. And finally these are the moments I've been scared of, though. Most of my stuff's been career-based and stuff that I know my parents would be like, I can't believe this, but you realize that this is the important stuff, and these are the tears I've been seeing in the crowd for years of the people that don't get to stand on stage and do what I do, that this is the real life stuff they've been going through, and there you should be here moments. And that's what I've been, I knew those were going to hit harder, and here I am right in the middle of it. But music, here it is, this idea, this song, the reaction already is just, if it helps a few people, then it's, this is why I love country music. I hate writing songs like this, but it's just a kind of update to my dad, what I would say and about what's happened, and wondering what he'd think about it.
I've been working on a song myself.
Have you?
Yeah,
you got to.
I've been working on a song about being a dad, and with you, it's so many number ones and prolific songwriter. I just thought I'd run the concept by you.
Yeah,
it's about being a dad though, but it's not as poignant as yours, and there's really no twist on it like yours. It's really on the nose.
Okay.
It's called Rootin' for a Poop.
Hey, that's a real thing. I mean,
from the baby or you?
From the, but the twist can be the Nashville songwriter twist at the end is that it's also me as I'm getting older and she's taking care of me, and now she's like, Dad's not
rooting for full circle, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah,
right
full circle. So yeah, because I root for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yep.
All the time, nonstop. That's basically that, and the Chicago Cubs. Only two things I ever rooted for, really. But now I root for poops.
I know.
Like, come on, you can do it. Give us one.
She hadn't pooped today, and it's like, this is a new rally cap.
It's been 36 hours since a poop.
Got to get some sleep tonight. Let's get this out of here. There we go. I love that.
And then at the end, it's kind of like Cowgirls Don't Cry with Brooklyn Dunn-Ariba. It's very much in that vein where at the end, finally, it's me.
It just gets serious. The bridge, it just breaks down.
And I was thinking maybe you come in and you go, and now she's rooting for poop just like her daddy did. Exactly.
He's laying there remembering when she was a kid.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then, but see that we can't take it too serious.
He's also wearing a diaper just like the days they used to be.
That's hilarious. Golly, trading diaper. Nah, that sounded weird. You know what I mean?
Trading diapers.
Yeah, just
Don't steal that. I'll sue you.
I won't. Yeah, okay. Don't worry. Too much of that. I'm not stealing.
Yeah. Being vulnerable, sharing that with you. You know what it's like to share a concept with somebody. You never know. They go right.
Let's write one sometime.
Okay, rooting for a poop. Coming to you.
We'll keep that at top of the list.
Girl dad, awesome, dude. Really happy for you. Are you ever gonna move back?
Yeah, I think we take trips where we come back for a few days and just bring the family, and who knows, I would like to live here. I love where we live here. I don't get to play as much golf as I used to, so it's just kind of figuring it out, man.
Ain't that the truth?
I know.
That's the most truthful thing that you have said of this whole thing. We don't get to play as much golf anymore.
Yeah, are you getting to keep up with the Razorbacks pretty good though?
Well, it's off season. Luckily, my baby's 3 months old.
Oh boy!
So there's not a lot to focus on.
I'm the worst sports fan right now in the world. I literally don't even know what's going on. I know the Knicks won.
You heard about that?
I heard about that. It is wild how bad of a sport. I catch a few races here and there, but it's wow.
He's like, I hear Taylor Swift's dating somebody.
Yeah, I think
I'm not sure. It's some athlete of some sort.
I know. Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see y'all. Thank you so much.
There he is, the wonderful Cole Swindell.